Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are here with some more NFL DFS picks and lineup advice for tonight's single game showdown slate. Thursday night football, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Rams. Welcome. I'm Brian Jester, co founder here at Occupy Fantasy. And this game is going to be a circus. No two ways about it. Raiders are significant favorites here. And we have all kinds of chaos happening on the Rams side. But we're going to walk you through it as much as we know this early in the day. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Any questions, comment on the video below. Let's get into it. So, it's a crazy one. So let's start from the highest priced to the lowest price on DraftKings, walking through the injury report. Now, I will start this video by saying that generally what we do here, we talk about the injuries, we talk about low risk lineup constructions, we talk about high risk lineup constructions, general showdown strategies, FanDuel, DraftKings. But there is a decent amount of information that we don't know and we won't know until later in the day. So there's a decent chance that some of this information and some of these strategies are outdated by the time lock rolls around. There's a chance that some of this completely changes. So what I encourage you to do, you have to go read our daily plug, occupyfantasy.com, later in the day, especially once inactives are posted. Now, I understand that a vast majority of you don't want to pay for DFS content or any content. You just come here, you watch the free YouTube videos, and we're totally fine with that. We totally understand. However, if there is a day that you need more information, today is the day because there's a lot to dissect. If you're playing this slate, there's going to be information that you'll need that's in the daily plug that we update frequently throughout the day through locks. So that link is in the description below. It'll be posted by 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you check that out later this afternoon after you watch the video. So what we know now, again, if you do some math, you can see the counter here on screen. Recording this about 10:30 a.m. Eastern on Thursday. So let's just start with what we know. So Josh Jacobs has this questionable tag. He's been questionable past 3 weeks. Has run for like 500 yards. He's totally fine. We do have to just think about it for a second here, though. NFL teams are mostly stupid, but if they are smart, there is a chance that they limit Jacobs some tonight. They have like 5 running backs on the roster. Short week, still dealing with the calf injury against a depleted Rams team. There's a chance they rest him some. Odds are they won't rest him any at all. Just knowing how this coaching staff operates. But just keep that in the back of your mind. If there's a way he fails, that is one of them. But we do expect him to play and have his normal role. The most impactful position on the slate is this Rams quarterback position. So John Walford is officially questionable, did not practice on Monday, was limited on Tuesday and Wednesday with a neck injury. Adam Schefter is coming out reporting today that they're going to test him out in warmups to see how he feels, and if he feels great, they're going to start him. Bryce Perkins, who is affordably priced at 6K, was kind of hoping that he would get the start, but he is an afterthought apparently in the Rams' plans, is not in the running to start tonight. Instead, who will start if Walford can't go is recently acquired Baker Mayfield. Now, Mayfield has been in the building since Tuesday, so not sure what that really says about their opinion of Perkins if they're willing to start a quarterback who has been with the team for 2 days to get the start over him. But just the noise, the drum beat is happening. It sounds like Mayfield's going to play tonight in some capacity. The first report coming out today was that he'll be active, may play as needed. Tom Pelissero was saying that he may even see some snaps. And then that evolved just within an hour or two that Mayfield will start if Walford can't go. So it's a complete shit show. It's a complete mess here. And Mayfield hasn't put up fantasy numbers with an entire offseason to prepare, let alone just 2 days to learn a playbook and prepare. So I'm not really sure how much we can expect from him, even if he does start. But the fact that he is capable of playing, they still do have Bryce Perkins. He got a snap last week on a running play. There's no denying that there's going to be some sort of split here, probably. So again, we don't know this, and kind of like that Mac Jones Bailey Zappi situation from earlier in the season where we talked about it, and that just kept evolving throughout the day. That's what's going to happen with this situation. So right now, as of 10:30 a.m. Eastern, the word is to avoid Rams quarterbacks because we don't know how it's going to shake out. Now again, that may change by 6, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you stay tuned to OccupyFantasy.com. All right, moving on down. Darren Waller still on injury reserve. He is eligible to return this week, but both he and Hunter Renfro are not expected to play tonight. They're expected back week 15 next week. So we can continue with Foster Moreau being the every down lead tight end for the Raiders. and we can expect Keelan Cole to continue to be the slot wide receiver, runs 30 plus routes per game in place of Hunter Renfrow, and that's important on tonight's slate, especially with some of the expensive guys that we want to get in, because Keelan Cole is just $200 on DraftKings. For whatever reason, I don't know, but he's $200 on DraftKings. So, all right, moving on down. Matt Stafford obviously still in injured reserve. Hunter Renfrow we talked about. Brandon Powell, who is officially questionable, has been getting decent run. Basically, when it comes to the Rams wide receiver situation in the past couple of weeks, Van Jefferson has been the number one. He's been running the most routes. He's been the wide receiver one for the Rams. Then we have Ben Skoranek, who played a lot last year, has been playing that weird hybrid fullback role earlier this year. He's been the wide receiver too, playing the Cooper Kupp role as best as he can possibly play it in this offense. And then after that, it's been Tutu Atwell. It's been Brandon Powell. It's been Lance McCutcheon, who is also questionable, if I can find him down here. And even as recently as last week for 9 routes, it's been Austin Trammell. Let's find him. There he is. Yeah, real preseason over here for the Rams. If you played preseason DFS, you remember the Rams running these types of guys out every single week. It's no difference here. They're running them out. So if Brandon Powell is out, now again, he was added to the injury report with an illness yesterday. And as we saw with the Cameron Brate situation Monday night, again, the NFL doesn't differentiate COVID versus non-COVID illnesses right now. No testing, no protocols. So if it's COVID, we don't know. If it is COVID, he's probably not playing tonight. So again, we won't know, but it's a decent chance he's out tonight. And that opens up more snaps for Atwell, more snaps for Trammell. And McCutcheon, who did not practice on Monday but was limited on Tuesday and Wednesday, he played 15, 18 snaps 2 weeks ago, missed last week's game. He'll be in the running for more snaps as well. Basically what it is, it's Van Jefferson, Ben Skoranek up here, and these other guys mixing in for 10 to 15 snaps below there as well. So again, they're all cheap, so that is super helpful. And we have to play at least one Ram. So those guys are in consideration as well. And let's see here. I think that's it. Okay. That is Jesper Horsted, the tight end 2. He's out. But you're not really playing him in many contests anyways. All right. So what does this mean? Yeah. this slate is outrageous. I can't believe that we're playing this slate. But it's a big edge to be had, I think, if you follow the news leading up to lock and you have a good grasp on who's playing and who's not playing. So let's talk about low-risk contests really quickly. I don't want to get too in-depth on low-risk and high-risk in this video because inevitably it's going to change. But what we know for sure is that Keelan Cole is a top value on DraftKings because he's $200. Let's bring him up here. Again, running 30-plus routes per game, going to have a decent projection at $200, full-time player basically. Now again, he's scored a combined 6 points in the last 4 weeks, so it's not like he's some lock play, right? If he's going to garner ownership, and our projections have him at 20% plus in the largest contest, they have him probably 40% plus in smaller contests, then that's an easy fade in my eyes. But low-risk contests, if he does anything at all, and you don't have him, that's going to kill you because of what he allows you to do, right? If you play him, that allows you to play the top 3 guys from whatever order you want to play them in. Allows you to play these 3 guys, fit in Carlson, fit in the kicker, whoever else you want to play. Cole allows you to do that because the field is inevitably going to build 5-1 Raiders stacks, 4-2 Raiders stacks over on FanDuel. They're going to build 4-1 Raiders stacks. So if you look here, you actually can fit these guys in. And depending on what Rams value we get, Keelan Cole is 6K over here as well. This is usually not an option, usually not the most plus EV move on FanDuel for low-risk contests to build 3 studs and 2 punts. But it could be tonight, depending on who's playing and how many snaps we expect them to get. Probably the more realistic option here is to fade Carr. You're already getting all the production through Adams anyways. And you play Raiders kicker defense, fill in your favorite AK option. That is on the Rams side. That's probably the best move. So let's go back over to DraftKings really quickly. On both sites, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs are going to be incredibly popular at the captain and MVP spots. Rightfully so. Those dudes have been putting up 40 points regularly in recent weeks. No surprise there. So they're going to be very popular. And again, I think you just play them at captain, at MVP. There's really not many players on this slate that can approach even their median projection, let alone their ceiling projection. Really where you want to get difference tonight is which Rams you're playing, which secondary Raiders you are playing. Because again, as I said a few minutes ago, if the field is going to build 5-1 Raider stacks, 4-2 Raider stacks, you can actually get different and play 3+ Rams in a lineup, high risk contest. And again, that may seem crazy given all the moving parts on that side. But if all the production just flows through Adams and Jacobs anyways, and maybe Daniel Carlson, maybe the Raiders defense, all these other Rams are super cheap that they can easily help you fit in those guys and be in the optimal lineup. Since Matt Collins, Foster Moreau, Keelan Cole, those guys fail in that scenario. The last thing we should talk about really quickly, and it's something we do know, or at least we know a little bit about, is the Rams' backfield. Cam Akers surprised everyone last week with his performance, 19 fantasy points, but it was more game script dependent. Basically, when the Rams are within one score, Cam Akers is in the game and getting the ball. We saw that last week against Seattle. We saw it in that one-score game against New Orleans back in Week 11. And when they're trailing, it's been Kyron Williams who's in the game. Let's find Kyron Williams. Where did he go? There he is, 5,400. And we saw him get 3 targets in Arizona, 3 targets against Kansas City. So he's the pass catching back. Pretty basic breakdown there of the Rams backfield. How we expect it to play out tonight, Vegas has the Raiders as 6-7 point favorites, so that would lean more towards Kyron Williams. But that was a similar spread as last week, and if the Rams can hang around, that means more work for Cam Akers. But given the quarterback situation, how likely is it that they hang around? That's the question you have to answer. So both guys are in play. I probably wouldn't play them together, especially given their prices. Williams 5,400 probably needs Akers to fail in order to get into the optimal lineup. Akers 7,800 probably needs Kyron Williams to fail to get into the optimal lineup. So I would probably do a max 1 of Rams running backs on both sites tonight. All right, that'll do it for this video. Again, can't get too in-depth because we don't know too much about this slate yet. Here are the news to recap what we need to watch out for tonight. Who's starting at quarterback for the Rams? Listen to the tea leaves from the national reporters on what they expect Mayfield's role to be. The Rams wide receiver positions are extremely valuable on a slate like tonight. If Brandon Powell doesn't play, if Lance McCutcheon doesn't play, that opens up significantly more snaps for Tutu Atwell, for Austin Trammell, potentially Jacob Harris. So those guys will be important to help fit in some of these higher priced guys like Adams and Jacobs. And again, because most of this information isn't known yet, I encourage you once again to read the Daily Plug, OccupyFantasy.com. Our writer Bismo does a great job every single Monday and Thursday, and our writer Ken does it on Sundays for these primetime showdown slates. Basically, what they do is they give the rankings for small field, large field, low risk, high risk, lineup construction tips, FanDuel, DraftKings for individual contest types, overall slate notes and statistics, in-depth metrics you need to know about the slate. And again, that's updated until the game starts at 8:15, 8:20. So when we get updated news, the plug is updated as well. In addition to our model, which ranks every player, FanDuel and DraftKings with projected ownership, that's updated anytime we get any news. So again, I know that most people don't want to pay for content. They just want to watch the free YouTube videos. I get it. But if you want that extra edge tonight and you're going to be playing, you're serious about playing, make sure you sign up at OccupyFantasy.com tonight to get the updated information leading up until lock. So that'll do it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you made it this far. I assume you like something about it. Being subscribed is the best way to get notified when we publish these videos, to put them in front of your face again. So just click that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Lets us know to continue making these videos. Helps others find these types of videos. Any questions, comment on the video below. But you'll probably want to join our Discord server for more conversations. Again, this is an interesting slate, and we'll be talking about it all the way through lock. So OccupyFantasy.com/Discord. Everything you need is in the description below this video. So Brian Jester, Occupy Fantasy. Thanks for listening, and try to enjoy tonight's Raiders and Rams showdown slate.